8, the penultimate, the Tab, Class 1 handicap. It's over 1,400 metres, a good race. Let's have a look at the one, Ammand, from the Toby and Trent Edmund stable at the Gold Coast. Ryan Maloney to ride, gate 12, 59 kilos, son of Lonro. He had no luck at all last start. Jumped in at the start and was bumped. He was off heels at the 800 in restricted room at the 100 metres. So total forgive. The win at Ipswich to start prior, very, very good. He's just got to overcome that bad gate today. We go down to the 5, which is Neoclassicism from the Rob Heathcote stable at Eagle Farm. Damien Thornton to ride, gate 2, 57.5 kilos, son of Wangina. Good maiden win here last start, over the 1,400 metres. Just attacked the line well. Just needs to take that step from maiden to Class 1 now. 6 is Secret Red from the John Johnson stable at the Sunshine Coast. Matthew Powell, the ride, gate 10, 57.5 kilos. First up, Son of Sizzling. Not a known fresh performer, but parades in good order and, seems to have done enough for this without any exposed trials. The 8 is Quadri from the Kelly Schweida stable at Eagle Farm. James Ormond to ride, gate 1, 57 kilos. A mare by Sava Bill. She was outstanding, being placed at Ipswich last start over the 13.50. First up, she began awkwardly. She over-raced early, was off heels. She was wide without cover throughout, and then she was taken even wider turning for home, but she attacked the line like a handy horse, and I think if she takes that natural benefit from that, she's clearly the one they've got to beat. 9 is Green Essence from the Chris Santilla stable at Deegan. Girish Kameni to ride from gate 6, 56.5 kilos. First up, has trialled recently here at the Sunshine Coast. Well beaten in the trial, so I prefer to watch today. 10 is The Right Way from the Greg Wright stable at Gatton. Malia Castle to ride, gate 3, takes 2 off down to 54.5 kilos. Big strong type. First up winner Toowoomba was full of merit, and Maiden Grey was wide without cover throughout and bumped at the 800 metres. Another one just taking that step now from Maiden to Class 1. 11 is Empress L from the Billy Healy stable at the Sunshine Coast. Kyle Wilson Taylor to ride, gate 9, 56 kilos, a mare by El Rocker. First up run was good over the 1,200 metres at Ipswich. Really attacked the line well. Second up, just may need one more, but parades well enough. 12 is Wicked and Loving It from the John Johnson stable at the Sunshine Coast. Michael Carl to ride, gate 5, 56 kilos. Mare by Wicked Style. She's been spec'd at a price for this. Her run here 2 back behind Winston Smurfel was very, very good, and there's a good form line race. Just no luck at all last start. Held up from basically the 400 to the 100, so I forgive there. The 15, Jester Statement from the Vishen Venkaya stable at Deegan. Jake Bayliss to pick up ride, gate 11 on the minimum. Mare by Press Statement. She was a winner at Ipswich last start over the 13.50 metres. She attacked the line well. She was threatening to do that. 16 is Bonnie and Clyde from the Andrew Cameron stable at the Sunshine Coast. Georgina Cartwright to ride, gate 4 on the minimum. Tongue tie first time, Winkers off first time, Blinkers the first time. Trying a few things with this mare. She hasn't really been showing us enough of late. 17 is Effervescent from the Pat Duff stable at Deegan. CJ Graham to ride, gate 7 on the minimum. It was an okay effort here last start, boxing on well over the 1,200 metres, probably better suited here. And the 18 to round them out is Kike from the Alan Boyd stable at the Sunshine Coast. Madeline Wishart to ride from gate 8 on the minimum. Has had the 2 runs back, just couldn't get close enough to them over the 1,200 at Kilcoy last start, but may need it a touch easier. That's a look at them from the mounting guard. Race 8 at the Sunshine Coast. Farrier work underway here with the 5 Neoclassicism, so they're slowly going to load up, but we will run late. Quadri, all the rage here into, well, got into even money, just back out now to 210 on with Quadri. I thought it was a perfect race. 8, 1, 5 and 12. Didn't she catch the eye at Ipswich last start? It was an outstanding run with no luck at all. James Ormond aboard, inside gate. I think you can posse closer today and just get all the favours there on Quadri, and if she showed us what she showed us at the finish last start at Ipswich, she'll blow them away here. 8 on top, Quadri. One of the best on the program for me. Over the one, Ammand, who was good winning at Ipswich 2 back, and as I said, just had no luck at Doomben last start. Total forgive. 5 Neoclassicism, the one they're just updating the plates on. Damien Thornton, good gate. Got a solid maiden win here last start for sure in the 12, which is Wicked and Loving It. Now, they backed this a little bit early markets, but that money has dried up. 8, 1, 5 and 12 for me, but the favourite is All the Rage. Quadri has been $2.90 today into $2. So they're just climbing on. One Ammand is $3.40 to $3.60. You've got the 12. Now, this was spec'd early, $7.50 into $4.80, back out to $6 now. You've got the 5, which is Neoclassicism, 6 out to 10, so friendless there. That's about the ball game, really. So it's all about Quadri. Farrier work has been done, so they load up well. Let's head upstairs to Jared Wessel for race 8 at the Sunshine Coast.
Inside gate. Jester Statement moves in. Just about set, Michael. Final pair coming up. Neoclassicism with that farrier work completed, and Ammand will be the final runner to move up. News coming through. Broadcast. Okay, thank you. Set to run, red light, and they're racing immediately. And Quadri from the inside was a little tardy away. Effervescent shows speed from the middle. Out wider on the track there, starting to work forward was Bonnie and Clyde. And even deeper, there's one, Ammand's working up towards the front as well. Then the right way landing fourth, a length away then to Wicked and Loving It. They were followed by Quadri making improvement on the rail to about 7th or 8th spot inside of Neoclassicism. They were followed by Kike, who's on the outside of Green Essence, and then came Empress Cell. 3 off last of all was Jester Statement inside Secret Red. 7 lengths span them, 800 left to go. Effervescent speeds off in the lead, out by about 2.5 lengths. Ammand's running second. 2 further back the right way, third on the inside of Bonnie and Clyde, and then Wicked and Loving It. Quadri coiled up next the fence, followed by Cake. Just in front of it there was Neoclassicism from Empress Cell, and then Green Essence, and the final pair still Secret Red, and last of all was Jester Statement. Around the turn, Effervescent goes for home, 400 left to run, 4 lengths in front to Ammand. The roughies trying to pinch it, then came weaving through was the right way. Quadri getting up near the fence from Neoclassicism, Wicked and Loving It, and then Bonnie and Clyde. Effervescent shortening stride. Ammand and Quadri are both coming now at the 150, particularly Quadri raced up to Ammand, who's in for the fight. Quadri and Ammand, they settle down to fight it out, but Quadri off the soft run comes clear. Quadri a half length beat Ammand. Neoclassicism third, then the right way followed by Wicked and Loving It. Next Effervescent, Jester Statement, Empress L, followed then by Secret Red. Behind them, Green Essence from Kike, and the final one over the line was Bonnie and Clyde.
Just probably needing some luck and needing to stay in touch with them today. 2's out. The 3's Edge of Dreams from the Chris Munn stable at Eagle Farm. CJ Graham to ride, gate 9, 59 kilos. A brilliant debut win at Ballina. It was over 1590 metres, was in front and just kept going. Son of Piero, he'll be sharper for that for sure, and on speed, treat him with a lot of respect. 4 is Mooloolaba from the Paul Jenkins stable at the Sunshine Coast. Jaden Lloyd to ride, gate 7, 59 kilos. He's at the 4 runs back, a maiden winner here, 3 starts back, but it's been disappointing last couple of runs. 5 is Sakudo from the Les Kelly stable at the Gold Coast. Luke Tarrant to ride, gate 8, 58.5 kilos. A flashing win here last start. Really attacked the line hard to beat Reluctant over 1,800 metres, so speed on, could be one to watch late. 6 is Tukey 12 from the Gillian Heinrich and Renita Beaton stable at the Gold Coast. Ben Thompson to ride from gate 13, 58.5 kilos. Placed here last start after being slow to begin, was awkward on heels turning, so there were some excuses behind Sakudo and did hit the line well. Scratched the 7. We go to the 8, which is Winterthorn from the Chris Scintilla stable at Deegan. Jake Bayliss to ride, gate 1, 58 kilos. Tongue tie first time. A new addition up this way. So the 4 runs back from a break, just battling away down at stronger New South Wales racing with Winterthorn. So just to watch today. The 9 is Unlikely Occurrence from the Damien Batter stable at the Sunshine Coast. Jai Williams to ride, gate 3, takes 2 off down to 55.5 kilos. Looks in good order. A 0 to 58 winner here last start over the mile after being slow to begin, but this is a bit tougher. 10 is Exo Lay from the Lauren Abbott stable at Eagle Farm. Georgina Cartwright to ride, gate 12, 57 kilos. She's at the 3 runs back. She finished off okay last start after being slow to begin, so maybe better suited now, 4th run back. 11 is the Love Rocket from the Jason Edwards stable at Deegan. Andrew Spinks to ride, gate 11, 57 kilos. Blinkers again, nose roll off the first time. I like the addition of the blinkers today with this mare. She's 5th run back. Her last couple of runs have been super. She was right on speed 2 back in a tougher race, and I thought she was brave to the line. Last start at Eagle Farm, things just didn't pan out. She went back, and forgive there, but she attacked the line hard. I think she's right in this. 12 idling by from the Glen Thornton stable at the Gold Coast. Damien Thornton to ride, gate 6, 56.5 kilos. Checked earlier, Gatton first up, did make some ground there, so will be better for that. Maybe just needs one more. 13 Red Star Rubi from the Rob Heathcote stable at Eagle Farm. Taylor Marshall to ride, gate 5, 56 kilos. Better run here last up behind Kind Wish. It was in a class 1, but was working to the line well. The 14 is Soobpurb Dancer from the Morgan Butler stable. Bailey Wheeler to ride, gate 4, takes 1.5 off down to 56. A 4th run back, just hasn't really flattered in 3 runs back from a break this time. 16 is Affectionate to round them out from the Stephen O'Day, Matt Hoysted stable at Eagle Farm. Emily Lang to ride, gate 2, takes 2 off down to 53.5 kilos. A really good maiden win last start, race-wide majority, but still kept finding the line, just taking that step into much stronger grade today. That's a look at them from the mounting yard. Race 9 at the Sunshine Coast. Red Star Rubi is the big mover for the last here at the Sunshine Coast. $5 this morning into $3.90. So a good move for this Heathcote trained galloper and Red Star Rubi. My numbers for the last 11, 3, 16 and 5. I'm with the 11 here, the Love Rocket. Gee, I thought she was well placed in this. She's been building this preparation. She's had the 4 runs back, and I thought a run here 3 back. She was really, really good over 1,800 metres. She just needed that one more run. She then went to Eagle Farm. Things just didn't pan out for her at the start. They had to go back, but she attacked the line hard. And I just think it's a perfect race. I like the blinkers going on again. Jason Edwards has had a winner today, and Andrew Spinks knows the horse well. So I thought the Love Rocket was a value special. 11 on top for me. Over the 3, which is Edge of Dreams. It was a good win at Ballina. Up on speed. I think that's where they'll be again today. Just needs to hold them off and run out a strong 1,800 metres against pretty good opposition. The 16, which is the O'Day Hoysted runner, and I speak of Affectionate. Good maiden win here after a tough run last start, so can be one that can progress. And the 5 Sakudo probably needs that tempo on Sakudo, but attacked the line hard here last start. I've left out this well-supported runner, Red Star Rubi. I just thought going class 1 here into a much tougher race may be the query, but 11, 3, 16 and 5. I was very keen the each-way shop about the 11, which is the Love Rocket for the Jason Edwards team. As I said, a winner today. Been a good day's racing. Let's have a look at this market. Favourite is Red Star Rubi, and it has been $5 into $3.80. You've got the 9, which is Unlikelyoccurrence, $9.50 into $4.60. This is a good go too, and a lot of that money has been the last sort of half hour to an hour, so that is a good go. There is some money for the Love Rocket. $7, getting into $6.50, so just little nibbles there. 3, which is Edge of Dreams, $4.40 out to $8 is Friendless. The 16, which is Affectionate, $14 to $9.50. So there's some money there for it. There's also some money I noticed for the 6 Tukey 12, $13 into 10. So yeah, they're backing a few here, aren't they? But the Heathcote runner is rock solid at $3.80. I speak of the 13 Red Star Rubi, but the Love Rocket, I think they'll be right there on speed today, and I think that might tell the difference. It's been a terrific day's racing at the Sunshine Coast today. Track has been in good order. Probably been a little bit hard to make ground, but the rail is out of touch. So hopefully we can go home with a fill-up, the Love Rocket. The lucky last at the Sunshine Coast. Here's Jared Wessels, done a sterling job deputising for Joshy Fleming today. Here he is to call us home the last.
Currents firming up late 5 to 460, and the Love Rocket has support as well, 8 into 650. Thanks, Michael. We're almost set. Tough finish for punters, although Red Star Rubi emerging as a clear favourite late. Gulf of Saros moves up into the barriers. So 3 to load, Tukey 12, Exo Lay, and also the Love Rocket. Jason Edwards looking to bookend the quaddie with Hallside Martini winning in race 6. The Love Rocket's gone in. Exo Lay moves up. Tukey 12 to complete the line. Red Star Rubi runs the $4 favourite in the last. 1,800 the journey. Tukey 12 goes in, red light on. Set for race 9. Gates open and they're racing now. And from out wide, Tukey 12 came out a length or so behind them. There's speed from Mooloolaba. Also, Edge of Dreams is rolling forward on the outside as well to look and try and cross them here. Mooloolaba pokes through, keeps its legs there in second. At wide, a Gulf of Saros is rolling forward from Winterthorn, who's over on the inside racing fourth. Then came Idling By, who's in between runners with Exo layout a little bit deep, running onto the back straight. And then Unlikely Occurrence, a half length in front of Affectionate. One further back, Superb Dancer around the favourite Red Star Rubi, who's in the second half of the field. 2 lengths to Love Rocket from Tukey 12, and Sakudo settles down last of all, 10 lengths off the speed. Edge of Dreams towards the 1100 metre mark, leads out by a long neck to Mooloolaba second. 1.5 further back, Gulf of Saros third, the inside from Exolay, who might have some cover now in fourth. 1 length then to Winterthorn, followed by Idling By. Next, the inside, Unlikely Occurrence midfield, being covered up there by Affectionate. Superb Dancers on the way forward. Out 3 wide and taking closer order. Then came Red Star Rubi, who's back on the inside, just in a little bit of traffic and might need some luck. Then the Love Rocket, who's about to move into it. Then came Tukey 12 and Sakudo last of all. Superb Dancer race to the lead in the last. Still 600 left to run, led by 3/4 to Edge of Dreams on the inside. Mooloolaba starting to get to the outside as well, or poke through between them. They were followed by Exolay, then Winterthorn from Gulf of Saros. Further back, Affectionate. The Love Rocket right to the outside. Red Star Rubi, a lot of ground to make up with Tukey 12. Well in the straight at the 300. Mooloolaba just in front. Superb Dancer sticks on it. Then Exolay, Affectionate, Gulf of Saros. Unlikely Occurrence gets a run near the fence, and then the Love Rocket. Still Superb Dancer towards the 100 from on the inside. Kicking back was Mooloolaba, and Unlikely Occurrence driving through in the middle. Unlikely Occurrence won the last. A half length beat Superb Dancer. Third was Mooloolaba, then Red Star Rubi from Tukey 12. Gulf of Saros, the Love Rocket, a gap to Sakudo, Affectionate, Winterthorn, and then Idling By further back to Edge of Dreams, who dropped out, and Exolay was amongst the tail enders.
The 9, Unlikely Occurrence for Damien Batters and Jai Williams took the claim and took the gaps too. Poked through this mare by Furlax. Gee, she paraded well and she ran right up to that. She has got through the split and won well. 14, Superb Dancer at any old price has run second. Mooloolaba has run third, and we're just standing by. Looks like the 13, Red Star Rubi has run fourth, but yeah.